think you can handle that much longer.
Don't fret, for I am here.
I've waited so long for this. Can't wait to see what you're truly capable of. The so-called strongest witch. Your Majesty, bring out the apex.
Oh, hi Mari.
I told you to stop calling me that.
I hope you're joking.
Come on, I can do the same joke twice, right? Okay, I promise this is the last time. Hi guys, it's me, Plug Mercer variant. I finally got a new theory that I think it's worthy of its own video, right? This time referring to Yukari and what I think is actually happening with her in this series. Cause you know, she like only shows up in 2 rounds and she's all mysterious and shit. And like, it's fucking insane. So without further ado, let's just get into it. Let me just say straight up, Yukari variant is not real. I know, you're saying I'm an idiot and going like, but Deka slash the strongest plug. Every Toho character has a variant. Shut up for a second and let me explain myself. Yukari's ability is manipulating boundaries, right? While this is actually insane if you go in depth with it, we'll only be focusing on the surface of it, which are the gaps she can make, as that's all we need. Gaps, right? Might just seem like simple portals. But the thing is, they don't just let her teleport around the earth or something. She can literally go wherever, including other dimensions. Now hear me out. What if this somehow fucks with everything about like the multiverse and stuff, and because of it, there's literally only one Yukari in all of existence? Now I know a character being able to go across the multiverse doesn't automatically save them from having other versions of themselves. Or I could say, other variants. See what I did there? But I wouldn't be saying all this if there wasn't any proof in the actual series. And the biggest piece of evidence I have is what she says in Rumia Route. While facing a mysterious person's grave, it's Rumia's, dude, there's no fucking denying that. She says, that gravestone belongs to the child who predicted the coming catastrophe. There's 2 problems with this. 1, Rumia is still alive and kicking. And 2, we don't see her predict shit, bro! So, who is this mysterious dead Rumia? And what do I think this means? Well, it can't be EX Rumia before she got sealed because Yukari calls her a child. So, my current theory is that that gravestone probably belongs to a different illusion's Rumia. And by the coming catastrophe, I don't think she necessarily meant the invasion of the 6th illusion, but the Demon King's entire plan to rule over Variant Town. I'll go over that in a bit. Now, why would Yukari know or even care about different illusions Rumia and Variant Town if she wasn't present in any of those worlds? It's clear there's only one Yukari in the whole multiverse that's just being to every Gensokyo there is. Though now you might be thinking, why would Yukari create a world full of monster versions of all the people she knows that invade other universes just to destroy them? Did she just turn evil or something? Well, let's get into why I think Variant Town was created. Before I say anything, I got a quick disclaimer. From here on out, the theory uses the comic for a ton of evidence. You can shut up, I know it's not canon, okay? Jesus. I can see why you would say I shouldn't trust anything in it, but I think Toru used it, like Scott Cawthon used the FNAF books to help our fans figure things out. Altogether, it isn't canon, but I think there's small parts of it that can be applied to the actual series, so please let me go, just this once. Okay, now that that's out of the way, let me ask you something. What's the backbone of Gensokyo? Well, I'll give you the answer. It's fantasy. The Hakurei barrier is literally the boundary created by Yukari and the 3 other stages between the real world and fantasy. Okay, so Gensokyo is the world of magic and whimsy. We already know that. What does that help us with? Well, we know from the comic that the barrier of Variant Town was weakened because of the lifeline of fantasy, and that this happens to every illusion once it exists for too long. Now, this is really bad because when the barrier fully breaks, Gensokyo's fantasy, something that every Gensokyo is dependent on, just fades away and gets replaced by the outside world's normalcy. Sure, it might just be one Gensokyo, but even if a small part of fantasy disappears, that's still gonna hurt all the other Gensokyos. Oh, if only there was a way to keep that fantasy from fading away. Oh wait, that's what the variants are for. Yep, you heard me right. The insane killing machines that were made specifically to completely destroy an illusion are actually keeping all the other illusions alive. How exactly? Well, that's simple. We're just fighting fire with fire and making the flame bigger. In more detailed terms, destroying an illusion lets you, and by extension your illusion, absorb/steal its fantasy, making it live on instead of fading away. That's what the variants were created for, to invade other illusions before it's too late, destroy them, and keep their fantasy stored away. What evidence do I have for this? I don't like his fucking scraps, man. All I could come up with is that while the normal Toho characters, even yokai, which should look like monsters, look like normal humans with a few monster/beast characteristics, while variants, which are from an illusion that's way more rich in fantasy, look like actual mythological/fantastical/whatever monsters and stuff. Another piece of evidence that could maybe be true is the silhouette of the Demon King Toru that looks way more monstrous than her current design, possibly being a fantasy-filled Rumelia after destroying the sixth illusion, though it's pretty likely it's just a bad form she can turn into since she's still the old vampire Rumelia we know. Even though I barely have any evidence for this fantasy crap, I still think it's true. Why? Because of the Demon King's skull and how she's trying to obtain it. The Demon King wants to overthrow Yukari, the mother and current queen of Town, and fully rule over it. Though she's trying to do this by destroying illusions. Let's see what she would get from this if all this thing about fantasy isn't true. She would of course get some new land, new resources from that shit, and oh wait, that's it! You're not overthrowing no Yukari if you just rule over another few tens of thousands of kilometers, or however big Gensokyo is. There has to be more to it. Something to directly make you stronger. That's what absorbing fantasy would do. This is just more speculation, but I think you get more of that fantasy depending on how much destruction you did. And seeing how the Demon King is literally managing the whole invasion, she's probably gonna get a shit ton of that, even if she's not out there burning nature and killing people or whatever. Okay, let's dial it down a little and go back. Yukari, what does this whole thing mean for her? Well, I'll tell you what it means. She's mad the Demon King's gone on a power-hungry rampage, killing illusions way before their barrier even shows signs of fading away to get all that fantasy and overthrow her. So she comes up with a plan to stop it all, and it's put into motion during the invasion of the sixth illusion. Oh, but of course, she won't be able to do it alone. Aight, here's where it gets interesting, cause this involves my last 3 videos too now. If you still haven't watched it, go do that and then come back. It's like 7 minutes, come on man. You back? Okay. First off, I want to make a few corrections and add some new deductions I've made after making the video. Corrections. Marissa variant's cards are now confirmed to actually be a kill list, but Toru says she gets moody and doesn't follow it most of the time, which was what led me to thinking it wasn't actually supposed to be one. So yeah, sorry about that. Additions. I now think I have a reason on why each person on the kill list is there, so let's get into that. Number 1. Journal. Literally just there so Marissa can pass the time. It's known Journal's normally not that strong, so she probably just put it on there to mess with her a bit and kill some time before a big showdown with the Demon King. I think the real reason she let her go was because she sensed there was something different about her in this delusion, but there's literally no evidence for that, so if you don't want to believe that, we can just say she got moody. Number 2. Alice. I was fully wrong about her, I'm not gonna lie. Marissa very truly wants to kill her. Why? Well, Alice is also known as a rainbow/7-colored puppeteer. Her grimoire also shining with the 7 colors of light, right? When talking to Sakuya variant, Marissa variant states that she came to the 6th illusion to kill Alice because she's a hungry demon. Later, in the Alice route, she tells her that with her colorful corpse, she can mix up a perfect black. Since Marissa variant uses dark/black magic, I think she literally just wants to kill Alice to take her power and become even stronger. To be honest, I think she does this every time they invade an illusion. And at least this time, she probably did it to pass the time too, since you know how bored she gets. that at the end of the day she let her go because she got quote-unquote moody again and just didn't feel like it. Number 3, Reimu. Wait. I'll go over that in a bit, okay? I gotta explain more stuff. So yeah, that's it for the things I wanted to add to the last 3. Let's get back to the current one now. You might be asking, how is Yukari against the Demon King if she's literally helping her and even directly ordered a variant to kill somebody? Well, first off, I got this line to show you. She says this in the 3 mischievous fairies route after variant raising goes away, probably implying she's trying to hide that she's going against the Demon King. And second, let's not forget the Demon King can manipulate fate. Yukari could very well be forced to help her even if she doesn't wish to. Now that we're hopefully on the same page, let's get into how exactly is Yukari trying to stop the Demon King. It's Reimu. It always has been Reimu, and it will always be Reimu. Yukari's glued to that girl like fucking super glue. But how exactly is it Reimu? Well, oh wait a second. Hello? Uh-huh. Yeah? What do you mean I'm not allowed to just say a major plot point of the comic is actually canon? What? No, bro. Fuck off. Let me be. What I wanted to say was that the 6th Illusions Reimu and Reimu variant are actually the same person. Similar to how it is in the comic. Yes, I know, but we've already been over this. Come on, let me be, please. With how little stuff we know, this fucking crack theory is all I could come up with, okay? If you want me to make something better, go harass Toru to like stop working on Diddy Souls and continue Igyoukyo, man. Cause I don't have any fucking material. There's nothing to work with. I'm sorry. It's not my fault. Okay, let me actually explain this shit. My beautiful Marissa Rain, who is obviously working with Yukari, was tasked by her to get Reimu from the 6th illusion and bring her to Yukari. Once that happened, they quote-unquote killed our Reimu. That's why she was on the kill list, and turned her into a variant somehow. Okay, letting you in on a little secret. I think that Yukari actually just infused the basic illusion with a shit ton of fantasy to create variant down, and she did the same to turn the 6th illusion's Reimu into a variant, but it's too much of a crack theory even for this video, so I'll keep it as a little headcanon I have. Once they turned her into a variant, they let her go into the 6th illusion and cause chaos all around so the Demon King wouldn't suspect anything. Yukari of course still checks on Reimu from time to time to make sure she's okay. It would be really bad if something happened to her little baby. And when the Demon King gets all her troops over at the Scarlet Devil Mansion and is ready to finish the invasion, Yukari pulls out her little hedgehog with rabies that can dodge anything and can literally change fate itself to make everything go well for her and make her bite the Demon King's head smooth off. The end. I think it's clear why I gotta use the comic for this. In the actual series, all the evidence I have for this is that Reimu was on Marissa Variant's kill list and that Yukari seems to really care about Reimu Variant. But if I take some stuff from the comic, I know that Marissa Variant takes a request from Yukari and that under that mask, Reimu Variant just looks and acts like an average Reimu, which helps so much with this theory. It would be awesome if we had a scene where Marissa Variant met with either Yukari or Reimu Variant so we could know more, but that's never gonna fucking happen because again, Toro's a bitch bum. Wait, hold on. Toro's a bitch ass bum. Anyways, that's about it. I know this theory is even worse than my last one, but like, come on man, this shit gotta be true. That Toro I know wouldn't pass on the opportunity to take that original twist from the prologue where instead of Reimu showing up to the banquet, it was actually Reimu Variant, and turn it into a double twist where it kinda actually was the Reimu they was waiting for. With that said, thank you for watching. If you have anything to add or think one of my points is fucking insane and have a better one, let me know in the comments. I'll see if I can come up with another theory that's worthy of a video in the future, but until then, goodbye.
Like and subscribe or tonight I will curse you.